longer actually has Aaron Rodgers throwing him the ball, so he may be open more than we realize. It's just the quarterback isn't getting him the ball.
Yeah. Or play callers aren't calling the plays there. I know that was a huge Josh McDaniels problem, where he got all these great plays, Devontae Adams in the first quarter, and then had nothing else the rest of the game.
I think it's hilarious that Devontae Adams got trolled by the Chargers and then came out and was like, I'm still dropping 200 on you.
I love it.
Oh, that was great. Yeah, I had him in fantasy that whole year when Josh McDaniels was their coach, and I would get so excited because I'm like, yeah, he has 20 points in the first quarter. He's going to go off, and then he gets 0 catches the rest of the game because they just forget to throw to him for some reason.
Hey, Justin, guess what?
What?
It doesn't matter. All right, enough rabble rousing. Kyle, this is your team. You want to take it?
Sure. I think we'll do better this season. The only drawback is quarterback of like who's going to start. Minshew is probably going to start, but at the same time, Minshew, while Minshew magic, all that cool stuff, he hasn't really had the best track record. He's had some good wins throughout his career, but he's been a backup for the last while.
He does stretch in the locker room, butt-ass naked with a jock strap on.
Yeah. And I love how you put key loss of Jimmy G on there. That's kind of funny.
So for me, I think they're preparing for more. I think they're waiting for a big name veteran quarterback to hit the market so they can just throw a bunch of money at. Because if you look at everything they're doing, like they now have 2 of the most talented tight ends I've seen come out of the draft in a long time.
Yeah.
In back-to-back years. At first I was like, what are they doing? But I think they are just loading up. Madison, not terrible, but he's not Josh Jacobs. So I think they take a step down in that department. But JPJ, huge addition on the offensive line. Christian Wilkins, that defensive line is going to start looking dangerous.
Yeah.
Like absolutely dangerous. I would have liked to see them get like maybe a better receiver, like get deeper receiver to kind of mask the holes that Minshew and O'Connell have. I keep wanting to say like Derek Carr-Lite because that's what Aiden O'Connell reminds me of. But like, just give him a different number, Give him 14 or something like that. Like,
I think now that you say it, I think he did change his number. I just don't know what to. But I remember hearing something about that vaguely. So yeah.
if he didn't, I'm gonna be call me a Texas State fan because I'm coming after him.
Oh my, that's a deep dive into the comment section of one of our articles.
Yeah, follow Queso Stream and Updog Sports Talk on Twitter, and you will see some pretty funny conversations.
Yeah, I mean, I know this isn't a college one, but I have my reasons. I could say it, but I mean, we are in NFL, so I was kind of holding off on those comments.
There's still
unless y'all really want me to.
Let's get through this first, and then we'll throw it back to you for any comments, and then we always end with a food question. So we'll get to that in a moment. But Justin.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. There.
All right, moving on to the Chiefs.
Anyways, we'll see what happens with the offense here. I'm not really sure. The quarterback situation is the most questionable of the division. So that's a little bit of a scare. Alexander Madison was an interesting pickup because, I felt like he had the big chance of the Vikings, and it just did not go well. And then I saw Warren Sharp tweet out every single carry inside the 5. And I figured it was gonna be a massive blooper reel where Alexander Madison just missed every single hole or something. And most of the runs were just like he got blown up as he got the ball. I was just like, what's the point are we trying to make here? Are we trying to say the Vikings line sucks or that Alexander Madison sucks? Because it was a little confusing the point they were trying to make, because like then like the last two were like his fault. And it was just a weird thing. So he gets another chance here, but also I think Zamir White might be the main guy, or it's a 1-2 punch. We'll find out.
I think it's gonna be a 1-2, but I think White is gonna be the starter, because I know they're gonna use him in different packages. But I am interested to see what White can do. I don't blame them for not bringing Josh Jacobs back, especially with the backfield they have. And Madison just kind of is a cheaper version of Josh Jacobs.
Right. And just the cost that Jacobs is going to ask for in free agency was just a little too high.
Yeah, especially when they want to go out and get a couple corners and a quarterback, probably.
Right.
I don't think they're going to draft high enough for Sanders unless they like have a really bad year.
Yeah, I'm sure Casey would like it that they got Shedeur Sanders.
Sanders or Quinn Ewers. I think either one is going to actually be decent in the NFL, but
or Donovan Smith. He's picking up first round hype.
Definitely not Will Howard. I'll tell you that. That one was for Chad. That one was. For
I know.
Chad
Yeah. I wish Chad was on here, because he's never going to get this far in the episode. Chad is an Ohio State homer.
Yeah.
But he absolutely hates Kansas State. And Will Howard came from Kansas State. I'm not sure if he's aware of that.
Yeah, we're gonna see how long. Like, I think Justin now would be a good time to start planting this in the middle of every episode, because we know that he's not gonna end up watching.
Yeah, you should.
But he hates Kansas State simply because you ranked them in the top 25, and all three of us had an argument
in a mid-October poll.
Yeah. And what did Kansas State do that week? They got blown out, right?
I think they lost.
You might as well own up to it. You're a Kansas State fan now. We all know.
They lost to Oklahoma State that week, but then won like all but one game the rest of the year and actually did finish in the top 25.
I like how he's trying to argue on an NFL episode on why he ranked Kansas State.
Anyways, you were interrupting our Raiders preview here. I'm sure all the Raiders fans want to hear us talk about the Raiders. But yeah, I like what they did with the offensive line. Like the Raiders have needed to address the offensive line for such a long time, and
especially the
two of them in the draft. So that was huge. But yeah, I mean they might be a year away from contending for the playoffs, but I think they've made some huge steps in the right direction here.
I think over the next couple of years, this division is going to start creeping up with the AFC South and AFC North for toughest divisions.
Or try to creep back up, because remember, a few years ago we did a preview. We hyped this up as the best division in the NFL, and then everyone except for the Chiefs collapsed.
Yeah, I remember that.